There has been a lot of talk around surrounding your own form. So how do you ensure that you keep the outside noise and you prepare to the best of your ability?
I think over a long period of time you get pretty comfortable with criticism and stuff like that. But in T20 cricket, I feel as though my form's been really good for quite a while now. I think if you separate the ODI form and the T20 form, then they're totally different. They're two different formats of the game. So, yeah, we're just really excited to be here and kick off this 3-game series tomorrow.
Hey Finchy, I guess there's been a lot of buzz around Tim David since he was announced in the squad. I wondered, have you finalised, is the 11 finalised for tomorrow yet, and is he in it?
We haven't finalised it just yet. We're going to wait until we see the wicket today at the ground, but Tim's been super impressive for a long period of time in T20 cricket now. He's someone who we know has got the power, obviously. He's shown that all around the world wherever he's played. The fact that he's come into the squad with such a great attitude, he's been training brilliantly, has been outstanding. He's a really good all-round package with his ability to bowl a few overs, very good in the field. So, yeah, we're excited what he brings to this squad.
Aaron, how impressed are you with Cameron Green, and what role are you seeing for him till the T20 World Cup now?
Yeah, Cameron's been really impressive. I think from when he first came into first-class cricket, I think he took 5 wickets on debut. For WA, he got a great 80 against Victoria in his second game. So every level that he's played, he's continued to improve. And the thing I love most about him is how quick he adapts and how quick he learns from very minimal mistakes that he makes. But he's someone who continues to grow his game with bat and ball. So he's been super impressive. We'll sit down at the end of training today and go through what the squad may look like for tomorrow and what roles guys play. But he's been really versatile as well. I think his ability to bat at number 5, 6, 7 in the one-day team has been really impressive. And the fact that such a young guy was able to guide us home in a really tricky run chase in a great partnership with Alex Carey in the recent series against New Zealand shows that he's got all the tricks and the game sense for such a young guy to be super successful in all 3 formats for Australia. But he's just such a great kid, someone who continues to impress with everything that he does.
Recently, we just saw Virat Kohli break his 3-year end and get to his 71st century. Now that he has, had his monkey back off his, now do you think he will be more dangerous going into the World Cup?
You would be a very, very brave man to write off Virat at any stage. He's shown for 15 years now that he is one of the greatest players of all time, and particularly in T20 cricket, he's someone who has developed his game and grown his game over such a long period. You always plan and prepare as best you can when you're coming up against Virat. He's super, and like 71 international hundreds. That's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Just wondering, if you reflected much on the fact that this could maybe your last tour as part of the Australian side, and if that's quite significant for you.
No, I haven't thought about that, to be honest. No, actually, I just haven't thought about it whatsoever. I've loved every bit of playing cricket for Australia, and to have finished up in one-day cricket. Obviously, we've got a few overseas tours. The team's got a few overseas tours in the one-day game next year. So, never know. I'm not putting an end date on anything T20 related just yet. So, yeah, it's still exciting. I love touring this country. I love touring with the Australian team. I think what has made this squad so good over a long period of time is how close everyone is, the connection that everyone's got as well. So to be able to feel that and enjoy that and embrace each and every tour for what it is, not just looking long term, that's pretty special.
Do you see Australia as the favourites, as the defending champions, playing at home with the T20 World Cup later under a month? And how do you see India as a competitor? Obviously, they haven't done well as far as bigger tournaments is concerned in recent times.
I think you could look down the team list for every team, and you could make a case for every team being favourite. I think being in our home conditions, I don't think adds any pressure, because every time you walk out and you represent Australia, you feel that pressure and you feel that excitement and nerves to represent your country really well and do as well as you can. And playing at home and defending champions, I guess there's a level of expectation there, but we'll try not to think about that. I think all that you can do is focus on what you do well and plan and prepare for the opposition as best you can. But if you continue to follow the process and be really comfortable with the process that the team is on, then I think that you can take the result out of it, and that can take the anxiety of performance out of it as well. So it's about each and every person just having the maximum impact that they can on a game. So that's all we focus on. And in terms of India, they've got some of the best players in the world, some of the best players of all time in the shorter formats of the game. So again, like I said about Virat, you'd be very, very brave to write off an Indian team. They've got the ability to win a game from everywhere. They've got all bases covered in terms of their batting, pace bowling, spin bowling. They're a great team in the field. So maybe the Australian conditions will suit them better than some other conditions. So I think it's a very, very wide open World Cup.